Welcome to Stockholm. Let's dive into the best places to visit in that city. We're heading north of Europe to Sweden, the land of Vikings, meatballs, and surprisingly good YouTube algorithms. We're talking stunning history, modern vibes, and natural beauty that'll make you want to ditch the internet and hug a tree or something. But hey, you don't have to hug trees just yet, at least not until after we're done exploring the top 10 things this awesome city has to offer. All right, grab your Swedish fish, strap yourselves in, because this is going to be one epic adventure. First up, we're diving headfirst into Gamla Stan, which literally translates to Old Town. And trust me, this place is old, like 13th century old. Imagine cobblestone streets so narrow you could practically high-five someone hanging out a window across the way. This place is a photographer's dream, with colorful buildings stacked together like a kid's toy set. You'll be snapping pics every 5 seconds, guaranteed. Speaking of deliciousness, Gamla Stan is also a foodie paradise. We're talking traditional Swedish restaurants, cozy cafes tucked away in ancient cellars, and those little shops selling Swedish meatballs that are so good, you'll definitely be going back for seconds. But Gamla Stan isn't just about pretty buildings and delicious food. It's also home to some seriously cool historical sites. You can check out the Royal Palace, which is still a working palace, by the way. Oh, and before I forget, make sure to get lost in the maze of alleyways and side streets. That's where you'll find the real hidden gems. Quirky shops, secret courtyards, and maybe even a Viking ghost or two. Next up, we're storming the castle. Well, not literally, but we are heading to the Royal Palace, or Kungliga Slottet, as the cool kids call it. This massive Baroque palace has over 600 rooms, which is basically the size of my dream house, times 1,000. Imagine walking through those gilded halls, past throne rooms dripping in velvet and gold, and trying not to trip over your own jaw because, let's be real, this place is ridiculously opulent. The Royal Palace is also home to some seriously cool museums. You can check out the royal apartments, the treasury, and even the armory, which has a collection of weapons and armor that would make even the toughest Vikings say, "Whoa, that's a lot of pointy things." And if you're lucky enough to be there during the changing of the guard ceremony, do yourself a favor and watch it. It's a whole thing, with marching bands, synchronized movements, and enough pomp and circumstance to make you feel like you're in a historical drama. Just try not to laugh when the guards try to keep a straight face while wearing those giant furry hats. Let's continue. Time to trade in the cobblestone streets for some greenery and fresh air because we're heading to Jur Gordon Island, Stockholm's very own slice of paradise. This place is like the ultimate chill zone, with lush parks, serene waterways, and museums galore. We're talking about strolling through forests, picnicking by the water, and maybe even renting a bike to explore the island, like a true Swede. And if you're feeling extra adventurous, you can even rent a kayak or canoe and paddle your way around. But Djurgården isn't just about nature. It's also home to some of Stockholm's most popular attractions, like the Vasa Museum, which houses a ridiculously well-preserved 17th century warship. And if you're more into fairy tales, then you gotta check out Gröna Lund, Stockholm's oldest amusement park. And for all you history buffs out there, don't miss Skansen, an open-air museum that's like stepping back in time to 19th century Sweden. All right, prepare to be amazed because we're about to enter the Vasa Museum, home to the Vasa ship, a 17th century warship that makes even the Titanic look like a toy boat. This thing is massive, beautifully preserved, and has a backstory that's more dramatic than a Swedish soap opera. Here's the tea. The Vasa was supposed to be Sweden's most powerful warship, a symbol of their naval dominance. They decked it out with cannons, sculptures, the works. But on its maiden voyage, just minutes after setting sail, it sank. And the reason? Well, let's just say the shipbuilders might have skipped a few math classes. But hey, at least they created an epic museum exhibit. You can walk around the entire ship, from the cannons to the captain's quarters, and learn all about its history, the sinking, and the incredible salvage operation that brought it back to the surface after over 300 years underwater. There are even exhibitions about life on board a 17th century warship, so you can imagine yourself as a brave sailor, facing storms, enemy ships, and maybe even a scurvy outbreak or two. All right, now it's time to ditch the history books and dive into Stockholm's trendiest neighborhood, Sodermalm, or Söder as the locals call it. This place is like Brooklyn's cooler, Scandinavian cousin, with a laid-back vibe, edgy street art, and enough vintage shops to satisfy even the most hardcore thrifter. Imagine streets lined with independent boutiques, quirky cafes, and art galleries showcasing up-and-coming artists. You might even catch someone riding a fixie bike while wearing a beanie, even in 20 degrees Celsius. And the best part? Sodermalm is incredibly photogenic. Colorful buildings, street art murals, and picturesque city skyline views will make your Instagram followers green with envy. But Sodermalm isn't just about looking cool, it's also a great place to experience Stockholm's thriving culinary scene. And if you're looking for a place to party, Sodermalm has you covered. Whether you're into underground techno clubs, cozy jazz bars, or just want to grab a craft beer and mingle with the locals, this neighborhood has something for everyone. All right, time to set sail and explore Stockholm's archipelago, a collection of over 30,000 islands, islets, and rocks. That's right, 30,000. It's like nature decided to go all out and create an island paradise right on Stockholm's doorstep. Imagine hopping on a ferry and cruising through a maze of islands, each with its own unique charm. You might spot a picturesque fishing village, a secluded beach perfect for a swim, or even a Viking burial ground. And the best part? You don't need a private yacht to enjoy this island paradise. There are tons of affordable ferry options, from quick hops to nearby islands to full-day excursions that will take you to the outer reaches of the archipelago. Once you're on an island, you can rent a bike and explore the winding roads, pack a picnic and find a secluded spot to enjoy the views, or even rent a kayak and paddle your way around the coastline. Let's move on. Get ready to be cultured because we're about to visit Stockholm City Hall, or Stadshuset, a building so grand, so iconic that it'll make you want to put on a monocle and start quoting Shakespeare. This architectural masterpiece is a blend of Swedish National Romantic style with a touch of Venetian Gothic, which basically means it's a visual feast for the eyes. Think soaring towers, ornate arches, and enough intricate details to make your head spin. It's also the venue for the annual Nobel Prize banquet, which is like the Oscars, but for really smart people. Inside, you can explore the Blue Hall, which is actually brick red because, Sweden. Then there's the Golden Hall, covered in gold mosaics. And for the best views in town, climb the City Hall Tower for a panoramic vista of Stockholm. We continue, time to get our art on, and head to Fotografiska, Stockholm's premier photography museum. And before you say, photography? Boring. Let me stop you right there. This place is anything but boring. Fotografiska is all about showcasing the power of photography. From iconic images that have shaped history to cutting-edge works by up-and-coming artists. The interesting thing about Fotografiska is that they have rotating exhibitions, so there's always something new to see. You might stumble upon a retrospective of a legendary photographer, a collection of images documenting a particular culture or event, or even an exhibition exploring the boundaries of photography as an art form. And it's not just about the photos themselves. Fotografiska also has a fantastic cafe with stunning views of the city, a bookstore stocked with photography books and magazines, and even a top-floor restaurant that's perfect for a fancy dinner after you've gotten your fill of art. All right, art enthusiasts, buckle up because we're heading to Moderna Museet, Stockholm's haven for all things modern and contemporary art. This place is like a playground for your eyeballs, with a collection that spans from the early 20th century to the present day. We're talking Picasso, Matisse, Dali, Warhol, you name it, they've probably got it. And it's not just paintings and sculptures. Moderna Museet is all about pushing boundaries and showcasing art in all its forms, from photography and film to installations and performance art. So, be prepared to be challenged, to think outside the box, and maybe even to scratch your head a few times. And if you're feeling overwhelmed by all the art, take a break at the museum's cafe, which has stunning views of the water and serves up delicious Swedish pastries. For food lovers, it's time to unleash your inner foodie and head to Östermalm Saluhall, Stockholm's most iconic food hall. This place is a sensory overload in the best possible way, with sights, smells, and tastes that will make you want to devour everything in sight. Imagine walking through a grand hall with vaulted ceilings, ornate details, and stalls upon stalls of culinary delights. We're talking fresh seafood flown in daily, artisanal cheeses that will make your mouth water, cured meats that would make a Viking weep with joy, and enough pastries and sweets to satisfy even the sweetest tooth. And the best part? You can sample your way through the entire market. Grab a freshly baked cinnamon bun at one stall, a mini reindeer sausage at another, and wash it all down with a lingonberry juice. It's the perfect place to experience the diversity and deliciousness of Swedish cuisine, all under one roof. And there you have it, the 10 best things to do in Stockholm, Sweden. From exploring medieval streets to indulging in culinary delights, this city has something for everyone. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it and subscribe to the channel for more travel tips, guides, and adventures. Welcome back to see the next videos.